Magu Sho, divine marijuana brings immortality. So, I'm hearing something rambling around my porch, so I'm listening out. But it's like going on 5 o'clock in the morning, so people is going to work and stuff. Yeah, that's the people next door. So I don't have to get up and fuck nobody up. No. Greetings, family of Kannabis Kung-Fu. Welcome to the bedroom. God dang nabbit, I keep saying room. Room. It's not a room. It's a chamber. Bed, chamber. Bed, chamber. See, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. But anyway, so I just wanted to make a video because I got a bunch of toys this week. Well, yeah, most of this week. Like a lot came today, and then a couple came a day or two ago. So what I realized is that at 68 years old, it took me only 68 years. Well, let's cut up because I'm 68, so it took me, let's say, 40 years to realize that, I used to like wish I had toys like when I was a child. But when you grow up in America, you be like you be like, well, I'm a child and now I'm growing into a man, so I got to get rid of childish toys. And I can't play no more. I can't play no more. So now we change from the youth and the child into this thing they call an adult. And now you be like, well, what kind of toys do I have to play with these days? So, because you are misguided, miseducated, misdirected, misunderstood, you like, well, maybe I'll use women as a toy. Well, um, maybe I'll use women as a toy. Or, let me see, what else? Maybe I'll get fine, nasty, fine and fancy cars. And, we try to find something to replace the toys. But the toys that most people are used to are just reflections of being misguided, miseducated, misdirected. But the real toys, I have found out after, how old did I say I is? After, well, I said 40 years, because you figure I was 28 year old 40 year ago. So at 28, I was just still figuring shit out because we have no rites of passage, we have no training, we just go to somebody else and let them teach us nothing. It took me all these years. No, I won't say that. It took me all these years to kind of realize it. But I've been living my life like that. I over and over again, when I remember one of these videos, I have to say I have to be thankful to whatever you call it, but I call it, because it is both female and male. I call it the Most High. Well, that is befitting since this, see, when you ain't got no teeth, it's got dagnabbit. Since this is Kannabis Kung-Fu, we call, see, in my mind, it has to have started with one consciousness. You know, it's, in the beginning was the beginning of the beginning of beginnings. So who or what or it consciousness at the start of consciousnesses, that is what you call, probably what you call God, the universe, the universal consciousness, whatever, man. Now, see, every once in a while, I'm going to revert back to the right Reverend Roe Rich, and you say in the beginning was the Word. The Word. So wait a minute. So when we read that Bible, which is a whole bunch of words, you'd be like, so why do I believe that a Caucasian man with white hair and a long white beard sitting in a chair somewhere up in heaven? Where is heaven? Because I'm on the top of the earth, and if I'm on the top of the earth and I point up, it's up. But if I'm living at the bottom of the earth and I point up, it's down to me. If I'm on the side of the earth and I point up, it's the side to me. So gold is up, right? So what happens when the earth turns and you pointing down? Where is God now? Where is heaven? Anyway, I'm getting off subject. The subject of this video was that I received a lot of my toys today. The toys for boys who grow up should be, or could be, I shouldn't say should be, could be, vibrational, musical, things that develop the inner self. See, when you smoke, the marijuana, you need toys, because because if you just smoke and you be sitting there, yo, dude, I'm fucking high, dude, I'm thinking a whole bunch of fantastic stuff, man, but I'm sitting here doing nothing because I'm high, dude. But if you put toys and practice and breathing and meditation. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson, now you're utilizing the high, most high. Guess who wanted the most kind of balsam in the Bible? Have y'all read that? Have y'all read the Bible in Hebrew? No? Okay. So anyway, to the toys, Roy's. So the first toy, let me see which one. Well, the first toys are not toys. So I'll do these first. Let me beat my book. Because the whole idea, even though I don't know nothing about music, I haven't trained as a musician, I like to beat stuff. I like to make music. Let me beat my book a little louder. So, one thing I got this week was, BAM! Now we're going to get into the kitchen. The kitchen is a whole nother, like this is the bed chamber, and across there is the studio for Kannabis Kung-Fu, but I'm just getting the kitchen together. And one of the things we're going to do in the kitchen together, well, if you're on the other side of the god dang nabbit phone, is make some marijuana. This is Kannabis Kung-Fu. Kung Fu means we're gonna get into all aspects of the holy herb, as we call it. Marijuana dispensary. Can you see that? Let me put some light on the subject, because it ain't no light except for the light. Marijuana. Well, we pronounce it marijuana. I got to keep explaining that. Dispensary. So you see, even though at the beginning of the videos I have smoke blowing out of my nose, but it's because I'm actually which I already talked about, but I'm actually showing a technique. But anyway, we're talking about, where's my light? Stay in the light. We're actually talking about cooking with marijuana, not hemp, not CBD oil. This is cooking with the holy herb, with the THC, get high, all that. But what is the purpose of getting high? Now, sometimes it's recreational. You just want to get high because you done worked all day and you don't feel like doing nothing. But, there is a higher purpose to the holy herb. And since food is such a big thing, we can incorporate that into our food. So I got two of them this week. They came together like 1 and 2. The other one is, can you see that? God dang nabbit light in the middle of the night make me want to fight because I know I'm right. I love to rhyme, man. Oh, okay, move the light off the book. And look, this is my brand new other book. What's this one? Marijuana, or as we say again, marijuana. The Secret. Is that like The Secret that those guys made hundreds of billions of dollars with one book, with of one book of one principle of at least 10 principles. The principle or the law of attraction. The secret. Yeah, the goddamn secret because there's like 9 other ones. Anyway, I'm getting off subject as usual. But yeah, so this is the second book, and this is going to teach us the secrets of cooking and the. You don't say a number, but it says the ingredients that you make out of marijuana for your cooking. Oh, you thought this was just about smoking a joint? I said cannabis kung fu. Cannabis kung fu. Look up the word kung fu. Now you know what we're getting ready to do. I love that rhyme shit. So, let me get to the toys. See, when you're a boy, you have certain toys. I'm going to tell you a story right quick since it's way past 12 minutes. The algorithms of the YouTube. When I was a boy, when I was a young man, I had beautificils, teethuses, and I didn't have a beard and all that stuff. I was a boy. So we was so poor, we couldn't afford the OR, so we was just poor, right? So now, since we was poor, I remember my mother damn near crying because she couldn't buy us a goddamn Christmas present. We happy. She got us some gloves. Anyway, ah, anyway, when I was a boy, we didn't have a whole lot of toys, so I would cut up. Well, I got comic books because back then I had Marvel. Oh my God, I'm gonna smack myself at the end of this. I had Marvel comic books. Think about this. This is the 1960s. Marvel is literally just starting. Marvel, like in the movies, Black Panther. I had the first. We didn't know they was the first. How we was going? Well, how would I know unless somebody before me knew? Unless somebody trained in dynamics. Anyway, I had the first editions of maybe Black Panther. I don't know which ones, but I know they all came out around the time I was getting into comic books. And it was Marvel comic books that taught me about reading because I was in school like, oh my God, no, they're not trying to teach me this dumbass shit. Because I just go to school and pass the test. I ain't had to read that dumb shit. But Marvel Comics excited my imagination, right? Okay, so now let me say right quick because I have to give the brother. So I was in that mood as a child. I was bored with school. You know how I got in trouble? Because the teachers would call my mother and say, well, he does the work, but he won't do, I never even learned cursive and writing. And now I found out you don't even need it. But anyway, so I'm I'm just doing the test. Excuse me while I get this out. So I go to school, I do the test, and it was boring. But then my older brother's friend, Jeff, in, Ronald introduced me to him, and he and Jeff introduced me to comic books. I had some DC, but DC was corny. I think I was a little advanced, if you ask my grandmother. I was a little advanced for my age. So I'm like, DC is kind of unrealistic. Marvel was more realistic. Like Spider Man had problems. like girl problems, like that's some real life bullshit. Just ask a Scorpio. So it was real. And on top of that, if you read the Fantastic Four comic books, you had to learn some words, like scientific words, because they did their studies and then put them in the comic books. So it's like the ultra fastest of the sister fastest. And so if you're going to say these words, if you're going to understand what the hell heaven you're talking about, not hell, what the heaven you talking about, because I'm talking about heaven. Anyways, so I told that story because now, no, wait a minute, let me just tell the Fantastic Four story. At least, see, when I say something three times, it always reminds me of Dr. Umar Johnson, who does that as a psychological thing. At least 30 years ago, I had comic books. I ain't had like one or two comic books. I had stacks of comic books in drawers all over the place. After a while, how was I supposed to know that the first Fantastic Four 30 years ago was worth $2,000? This is 30 years later. How much is that first Fantastic Four worth now? How many people like me just threw it away, or their mothers threw it away, or something like that? And then I had stacks. I had the Black Panther comic books. Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Daredevil, the Hulk. Then they came out with cards featuring the five biggest guys, and I had all these cards. The five biggest guys in there. Captain America was the leader, then Iron Man, in my mind, then Daredevil. No, not Daredevil because he was corny. Then Spider-Man. No, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man, Daredevil, the Hulk, because he was, back then he couldn't talk. Anyway, so I had the cards, I had the comic books, and you know what I used to do with the comic books because I didn't have toys? Comic books that would be worth thousands, no, millions of dollars right now. Like I said, I had stacks. I didn't have two or three, I had stacks. Millions of dollars. You know what I did? Because I didn't have toys. And nobody knew about collecting. That's the biggest thing, because your parents, I'm not blaming them, but now that I know better, and I'm trying to tell my children, collect things. Because those comic books right now would be worth millions of dollars. Millions, or at least a million together. Anyway, you know what I did? If I found, now I had to be perfect, right? It couldn't have been half a leg missing, like you know how they draw a comic book and something, the arm is missing out the frame or whatever. So when I found a figure that had all the arms and it was the same size as some other figures, they couldn't be big, one big like this and one little like this. I would cut them out of the comic book, and made paper toys out of them, or paper dolls. My father thought my father was like, that boy playing with paper dolls. Well, Dad, how about fucking buying me? Anyway, yeah, I made paper dolls out of maybe $1 million worth of comic books because there was nobody there to teach me what I'm getting ready to teach because I had to learn this stuff on my own. And everybody, he don't do no what. Anyway, that's personal. So, what are the toys? Let's get to the goddag nabbit point of the video, Bates. But I had to tell that story just to get up into that now that I'm adult, I had to realize that the things that I buy are not just things that I buy, and they're not just for, oh, let me practice spirituality. No, these are my adult toys. I ain't got no teethers, but I got toys to play with. I got stuff to play with now. Like not today. Well, a day or two ago, a day or two ago, I got one of my balls. Now, God dang it, I forgot what it's made out of, but it's a kind of like a crystal type of thing. So I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for my white ball. Now this is white. This is black. I just gotta throw a lesson in there because I'm a teacher. This is black. Because we speak literally, not I'm black figuratively, which means the carbon is black. Yes, that is true. But look at me. I look like you. So I am not black literally. This is literal black. This is literal white. So when you see somebody walking around looking like this, run the fuck away really, really fast. But anyway, so I got a ball. And what's the significance of getting a white ball? Because I already had a black ball. Black ball. Black cat. Black magic. Black, black, black. But when we say we black, it's supposed to all of a sudden transform into a positive thing. Let me think about that. No. So, now I have the black ball, which is yin. That's why I have it in my left hand, my yin hand. And then the white ball, which is yang, or yomas. We, in black language, we say yang. But in Chinese, it's called yin. It's called yang. 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 Woo! So I have a white ball and I have a black ball, and now when I put them together, I can play. You're not supposed to hear that knocking. Check this out. This is part of the rhythm. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're just rubbing together. Now the idea is not to let them knock. Hear the knocking? So when I play with my balls, I'm supposed to play with my balls and get a rhythm going. Now, these are kind of heavy, and so what they're doing is massaging the pressure points. This dial stuff is so incredible. We all don't even know the half of it. Yeah. Now, I'm in an ancient Egyptian pyramid, which they have pyramids in China for, that they won't even let you mow the grass. But I'm sitting in an ancient Egyptian pyramid playing with my yin and yang balls. Now, what more do I want in the world but playing with my balls while sitting in a pyramid in my bed chamber? Oh, I could use a woman sitting across from me playing with my ball. No, that's a whole different subject. So that's one of the things I got this week. God dang it, I be talking so much about one thing. Okay, let me get through this now. Which one? This one. I also got, besides playing with my balls, I got this little wooden thingy that that you, I like. I like musical instruments. I am not a musician. I like musical instruments that I beat. If you notice, you a lot of musical instruments you beat. So I got a musical instrument beater thing with the musical instrument thingy. So I'm going to beat my, I don't know what you call it. I got to look it up again. I just bought it. And then it has these things on the side. So you can do all that type of stuff. See, when I have music, with this type of thing, I like to, me myself, I like to be able to follow along. I'll get into the music because just doing it by itself is like, you got to make shit up, especially if you're not a musician. So anyway, that's one thing I got. The wooden thingy with the beat the thingy with the thingy. Oh, what else I got here? Ooh, I got a triangle. Let me see. Do you think I'm into triangles? I'm sleeping under a what we call mirror or pyramid. I'm I'm I, this is the bed chamber. This is where I sleep. I'm sleeping under a pyramid. So I'm kind of into triangles, kind of. But this is a musical triangle. So you put your finger through the thingy, and then you get another beady thingy, and you beat your triangle. Ooh, musical. And then in the old days, when you look at the people that live down in the country, when they call people when the victuals is ready and it's time to eat, they call the people in by beating a triangle. It's brand new, so I gotta learn to use it. So they beat their triangle and everybody know it's time to eat because they be out in the field growing their own food, since all the food growing people are being deported away and we don't know how to grow our own food. Anyway, so I got a triangle. These are my toys, man. They understand, man. These are my toys, man. My toys. I can beat my triangle all I want. Ain't nobody here to wake up. But that's about as I was going there. So what else did I get besides? Well, that is kind of it. Dang. But I did wanna. This is not new. I've had this about as long as I've been living here, and I got these with something. So, but this is starting to get like a relic because it's been here since I've been here. But before I play my thumb organ, let's get to the last thing because it's not a musical thing, it's a vibrational thing. Vibration, man. So anyway, so what do you call this? A disclaimer. Now I talk about spiritual things and some things some people who are ignore ranting. Look at the word ignorant. The first part is ignore ranting. So, when people ignore something, that means they're not studying. They're just ranting about something that they probably don't know nothing, zip, zero, and nada about. So, that's the disclaimer because what I'm about to show, the other things that I got this week was pendulums, little tiny crystal pendulums. Oh Lord, no, he's not getting ready to talk about pendulums. Oh Lord, that's the devil, the devil. Now, this is a pendulum, right? See, what you do with a pendulum, the basic thing is to ask a question, yes or no question. Like, yes, let me put it a little closer here. Yes will be this way, because that's how you nod your head, ain't it? Or isn't it? Ain't it? Isn't it? When you nod your head, you do like this. Like, I'm a Scorpio, so I have a dirty mind, so y'all gonna have to get used to that. But I'm not gonna say what I just thought of. So when you do your head like that, okay, that's yes. You old dirty. See, they say old dirty man. I'm like, at what age do you get to be dirty? At what age do you become from, oh, he's a good lover, to he's a dirty old man? I like to know what age that is so I can go back. I cut this off, get some teethers, and because I still look young, if I cut all this off and get some teethers, and I'll go back to that age. Anyway, so this is yes, and this is no, right? Because you say no, right? Simple. But why I gave the disclaimer is because there are going to be people who be like, that's the devil. The devil is doing that. He is the evil. He's promoting evil on the thingy. Ignore ranting. You see, what they ignore is if they or you personally take up a pendulum and you ask it a question, yes or no, and it is you holding the pendulum. So it's you holding it, the pendulum, and it is you asking the question, and it is you. It is you. So if it's the devil, who is the real devil? Yeah, let me put it in the light. You see, this is the dark side, so this is the devil side, and this is the light, so this is the good side. Dumb shit. So, if it's coming through you, are you letting the devil come through you? See, I don't believe in none of that dumb shit. I know better. I know better. I know better. I am trained, and that's the whole point. We don't have training. We think marijuana is a drug. It is gonna kill you. You'll forget everything. And now some of that may be true. Again, if you're sitting around smoking every day, smoking blunts, um, let me not do that. Smoking blunts and joints, and you're just sitting there like, humming, oh, I'm high, dude. Fucking let's make some chemicals out of the herb that grows naturally, dude, and see how much more higher we can get, dude. Yeah, dude, that sounds like a good idea. Let's make chemicals out of the natural herb like they do with vitamins and minerals, and take the stuff out of the natural herb. Take the stuff out of the natural herb that is synergistically put together by the Most High, by the Most High, by the Most High, and change it into something else so we can just get a little higher. Man, beat your wood. Don't sit there doing stupid, dumb shit, changing the Most High's plan into something because the devil told you so. So, let's end this video. Yo. Oh, all that rhyme, huh? So, I was talking about the pendulum. So, basically, you ask it. No, you don't ask it. When you think of a question, you just keep your mind on the question and you get a yes or no answer. Like, will I make $10 billion by doing these videos in the next month? Yes! Wait a minute. Yes, I'm going to get $10 million in the next month. No, it don't work like that. You sit there, you in a meditative mode, and you think of the question. You don't think of the yes or no answer. You think of the question that you want to ask, and through you might believe it's the devil, but it's your electronic impulses that are connected to the universal energy, and you ask the universe a question, and through the pendulum, it will say yes. See, you sit here still. Now your arm might get tired if you hold it up, so you hold it down. So it might say yes, keep still as possible, or it might say no. That's it. Ain't no devils, ain't no gods, ain't none of that stupid bullshit. Stupid bullshit. It's time to get out of the stupid bullshit. Which way is up? The sun don't rise. The sun is in its spot, and the earth turns and make the sun look like it's rising. The sun don't set. It don't set. The earth turns, making the sun look like it. This is reality thinking. I am not black. I am brown in reality. But the whole earth, or everybody on it, is carbon-based. Carbon is black. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. So I got four different things to make pendulums from because I have to put the chain. And when you can't see too good, see that little tiny thing? I had to put the little tiny thing on the chain just to hook the thing up. Hey, wait a minute. In the light, ooh. Oh, no, that's the light. It was looking kind of blue. I was like, mate, oh, it's not black, it's blue. But that's the light shiny thingy. So I got a jade one. Ooh, I was thinking about putting that. On the pyramid over there, but I decided to put the amethyst on my vibrational table on the pyramid over there. So the jade one kind of is more like the other side of the room, the Asian, because we are Afro, this side of the room, Asiatic, which is the Tao side of the room. So we combining them together. So this is a jade, which we think more of Asian type stuff when we think of jade. So that's a jade pendulum. Now this, of course, I picked a black one for my personal use. I believe that this is Abyssinian. I think you pronounce it. The black, not the black, but the black. I believe it's it's a black crystal. And then I also got a white crystal. White got to get in there. So you got to get white in there. So since I got the white ball, and I was lucky because where I get this stuff from, you don't know what the heaven you're gonna get. I was fortunate because it was the same size as my black ball. But I also got now this could be a pendulum or it could be a pendant. You can just wear it as a pendant, I'm talking like I'm going to be selling these things. I'm just showing it. Okay. It could be a pendant. Independent. Anyway, so I got this is white. So this is, I don't know, this is quartz. I guess this is normal quartz. Now y'all be like, I don't believe in them crystals. Well, if you get a quartz watch, the purpose that they put quartz in the watch is that they knew this years ago. How long have they been making quartz watches? They put the quartz crystal, put it in the light, Bates. They put the quartz crystal in the watch because quartz keeps a specific vibration that don't change up on you. So it keeps perfect time. Think about that. This is a crystal. You don't believe in it. You see what I'm saying? Dumb shit. You believe and don't believe, and you haven't even read about why they use quartz in crystals, why they use quartz in lasers, why they use crystal quartz, lenses in lasers. Tell me why. Have you studied that? I have. Matter of fact, I went to a whole 2 days of laser technology up in Pasadena. I went 2 days and I probably was high. I went 2 days, one day, I did last 2 days. And the dude, it sounded like he was talking another language. It was like this is laser technology. I was trying to learn in the 80s. I went to this, I joined the Pasadena University or Pasadena College, whatever, and I went to the class, round like we used to do in our olden days. And I'm sitting there, and the professor comes in, and he starts, hello, everybody. And then he starts talking about, well, the light of the laser passes through the system. Well, I think first he said that laser mean light amplification light amplification. I forgot what laser means. But anyway, all that stuff, they use quartz crystals. But you're smart. You don't believe in this spooky stuff. Stupid. Stupid shit. I'm not saying you stupid. You just into stupid shit. Now I also have ooh, ooh, this is the heart, the pink quartz. And suddenly when I picked it up, I'm coughing from the heart. Bullshit. So, I was gifted this pink quartz. This is the first, this is like, when you hold it, you feel a vibration, man. And these points, to me, since I'm into ancient Egyptian stuff, the point represents what y'all call the obelisk. In ancient Kemetic, we call the obelisk a tekken, like the one they have down there in Washington, D.C., but that one is fake. All the other ones in New York, in Paris, and all that type of stuff, they export it from Egypt. What? And these things weigh hundreds of tons. Now, why? If this thing is just a symbol, and they got you believing, be lie Eve. They got you believing that they carried these tons, thousands of tons of. They took it all the way to New York and Paris because why? So I have my pink quartz obelisk over there, but I have my pink quartz pendulum or pendant. You understand? Depending on what I want to make it. Ooh, pendulum or pendant, depending on what I want to propend it to. And then lastly, we have the tiger's eye. Tiger's eye. Tiger fist. Mantis fist. Eagle claw. Tiger's eye. So, right off the top of my head, see, I'll tell you when I don't know. So, right off the top of my head, I don't know what the tiger eye crystal, vibrates for. But in saying that, you have to remember that it's the crystal. This is not magic. It's not the crystal does things for you. It is that this type of quartz has the specific type of minerals in it to make it tiger's eye. Thus, now that it is tiger's eye crystal, it vibrates at a specific rate. The jade vibrates at its own specific rate. So does the pink quartz. So does the cloudy, or what they call it, cloudy crystal, cloudy quartz, and so does the black crystal. They all have their specific vibrations. Now, the whole point of having these crystals on your body, or excuse me, on you or in with your person, is that your body starts to connect with that vibration. That's what the crystal does. It's not that, say if you get a crystal to, I don't know, people get stuff for stupid shit. Like general, like good luck. There's no one thing that's going to give you good luck. Now, general vibration is the quartz crystal. You can't say it's good luck. It's going to get you in the vibration, and you got to make your own luck by the way you think, by the way you act, by the way you speak, by the way you treat people. That's what brings good luck. This just gets you in the vibration. But if this is wrong, if this is wrong, if this is wrong, you are not going to get good luck. You are not going to get good luck. There is no such thing as luck. You are your father's child. You are either, well, they say the left and the dark is evil. Eve, evil, Eve, the mother of man, Eve. That's why I say be lion to Eve, be lie Eve, evil, or good, man, yang, dumb shit, dumb shit, dumb shit. Women are evil, man is good, dark is evil, light is good. If you didn't have light, you won't have dark. If I'm just all light, how do you know you're right? Okay, that's it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go out playing my, you're going to see my bed in my bed chamber. Let me play my, what you call these things? Now, this is not new, but I just like to beat my thumb piano, I believe they call it. So, like I said, I had this since I've been living here, which is about 5 years. So this you can play with your thumbs, and it's not, again, you don't have to be, none of us have to be a musician. This wasn't, now if you're a musician, of course, you know rhythm, blah, 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 blah. But if you're not a musician, you just be, well, let me show you before okay, I'm doing a video, so I do have some rhythm with this. I like that, but I like this too. So those that make that noise, if you hit them soft, I was still doing it, but anyway. So I also like to beat my thumb piano. So even for my thumb piano, I just like combining stuff too. So for my thumb piano, I have 2 beaters. I like to beat my thumb piano. Let's make some music. So I have beaten my piano. Nah. Beat my piano, man. I have played with my yin and yang balls. I have shown my crystals, my pendulum pendant. I I rubbed my wood and then I beat it. I beat and rub my wood. Toys, man. Beat your wood. Play with your balls. And then beat your triangle. Triangles. Try your angles. Try your angles. And that's it. Voila. When you smoke the holy herb, do stuff with your mind, body, and spirit. That is part of spirit, not just sitting around, not just sitting on a mountain because none of us live, most of us don't live in the mountains, not just sitting in the mountains. And nigga, 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 man, man, nigga, 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 mama. How many people gonna do that? All day, every day. We live in the city. We can do some of this because listen, if I'm beating in a regular beat, not music. See, that's music, right? Or that's kind of like music. You know, I'm changing the rhythm, changing the beat. But if you're meditating, you want the same rhythm consistently. And you add sound from coming from within. This is sound without sound coming from within. With breath. Breath is life. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, the Most High. I don't even have to be saying nothing as long as it's in rhythm. Now my body is my whole body, my voice, my physical bones are vibrating at the same rate consistently. Now this is called resonance. And then listen, if you're beating something like this, the triangle, if you're not changing, um, if you're not changing up like music and you keep in the same rhythm, as what will happen is instead of hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to hear a humming. It with this it'd be a high humming. But after a while it's just a humming as opposed to bang, 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 bang. I'm beating my triangle. Wait till I turn this. Well, anyway, listen. Listen, listen. Don't believe. I don't know if you can hear it over video, but after a while, it'll be like, as opposed to dang, ding, dang, 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 dang. That's enough because it's over an hour now. I'm going to turn this video off and beat my triangle. Try that. Talking about you know God. You know God. I talk to God. So did you look in the mirror? I'm out. Look at that. A upside down triangle means peace. Should peace be a upward triangle pointing up to God? Y'all tell me. I'm just asking questions. I don't know. I'm just an old man who lived in a damn temple who studied stuff. I'm out. Peace, my brothers. Peace, my sisters. And my sisters. And my brothers. I'm out. That's the yin yang. I'm out.